and welcome to the fourth part in this look back at Resident Evil 3. Got off to a bit of a bad start here actually. I think I'm going to have to use the shotgun. I don't really remember having to use the shotgun in the police station. Probably though, actually, in fairness, I think a lot of the last couple of playthroughs in the past I've done has been with unlimited ammo, so it's probably why I forgot sort of how to deal with them in the way with just what we've got now. I think this is actually the first fat zombie in any Resident Evil game, so it's quite different, really. Yeah, it is nicer to see that there's a difference in them actually, because it's always, in 1 they all look the same, in 2 obviously they're all wearing the same clothes, in 3 obviously they are still wearing the same clothes as well. But obviously I'd imagine it's something to do with saving space or something like that. Where it's just, I really don't understand, I'm not really clued up on, I know bits and pieces but I don't know enough to sort of comment on why that's done. But it's a nice change. I think the only other game that sort of has, I think the only other Resident Evil game that has bigger zombies is Operation Raccoon City. Actually I think there's one in Code Veronica as well actually. Actually no, I think there's only one in Resident Evil, but that's a character that's sort of pivotal a little. Well, I wouldn't say pivotal, but it kind of helps the story, I think. I could be wrong on that, don't quote me on that. Yeah, I think the only other fat zombie is in Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, which I haven't really played in quite a while now actually. Kind of got a little bit fed up of it. I mean, it's not the worst game I've ever played, but it kind of is annoying. The offline can be fun. It's just I don't like the way the lickers and hunters have been designed, because it's like shooting stone. You think if they got hit by a shotgun, they kind of react to it. I know they're trying to compensate for there being 4 of you and you've got a bag load of ammo, but surely they could just send more hunters down. I mean, you know. But that's my view on that done. And that locker where we just got the grenade launcher is either the Magnum or the grenade launcher. That's another random change in the game. This, I believe, is a memo from Carlos. Not a memo, a radio transmission from him.
This is Carlos. And support immediately.
I mean, you can pretty much make out that's Carlos's voice. Obviously, we haven't met Carlos yet. Oh yeah, we haven't actually. No, of course, I forgot about that. We haven't met up with him. We will in a short while. This is a memo about the Samurai Edge. Is the handgun that you're using in Resident Evil 3. They didn't actually have it in Resident Evil 1. In the GameCube version it's an unlockable gun. It's sort of different to this. It's Barry's version. But I always known Barry to have a Magnum, wasn't it? He always had that massive Magnum, so why it's Barry's version I don't know. But all it has is like an extended magazine, and like, the front's a bit bigger. I think it might be called a compensator, I could be wrong. I don't really know a lot about guns really, so I just know, like, from what I've seen from customising them in games. Right, that's everything we need in here, and obviously the office hasn't changed at all. Everything that's pretty much in the police station is pretty much the same. The only difference obviously is some barricades, and the statues aren't here, you may notice. You can open that door again, but I showed you in, well, if you didn't watch my Resident Evil 2 playthrough, basically it's where if you play as Leon you first meet Claire, and where you meet Sherry with Claire, I think. And that window smashing, I'll leave it, I think you know what's coming. Oh right, he smashes through the window. He's back and he's got a massive rocket launcher. In the film, they had a Gatling gun with him, so he didn't. I don't think he had. Oh no, he did have a rocket launcher in the film. I think because there's a guy sniping up on the roof, isn't there? And he shoots him out. And if you haven't seen this film, I do apologise for spoiling that for you. It's actually quite a good film though, Apocalypse. I think it's one of the better Resident Evil films out of the four. I think what let it down after Apocalypse, where they went into extinction, is they made it as if the whole world had gone dead, and now it's more actiony, isn't it? And I think what they should have done there is kind of copied the game where they go after Umbrella. I mean, that's kind of what some parts of it is about. And I think this is what the last film's going to be about. Well, I don't know if it is the last film, but I'm just guessing that. But I think they should have done that earlier on in the series because I don't know. But that's just my theory on it. Is there any herbs over here? Yeah, I think Brad's disappeared as well. So he's probably turned into a zombie and gone somewhere else would be my guess. I don't really know where that's kind of happened. I mean, when the zombies die, they disappear, don't they? When you exit the room and re-enter. This is one of the reasons why we needed the lockpick coming up. We just put that in there and that will open. I think there's a few more memos coming up in a second. I'm not sure what that is coming out of the window there, and there's two forms of it. And there's a skeleton one, as you've seen, and there's one like with skin on, it's all lumpy and weird. Here's another memo. I'm going to let you read this one before I say any more. And the reason I kind of thought in some of the memos I was talking, I'm thinking it might, if you're trying to read it, me talking over it might distract you from reading it, so that's the reason I've changed that about again, like I did in Resident Evil 2's playthrough. And that memo really just explains that, it sort of gives you an insight what the UBCS mercenaries are all about. Basically they're just tired people. I don't think Umbrella really cares what happens to them either. Like, you see that as the game goes on. Oh, the dog is my favourite. I hate them, it's so annoying. Oh, there's emergency dodge. I love that. I love they put that in that because it does make it look amazing. Oh, another one. It kind of just happens. I don't really press the button. Oh, 3 in a row there. I kind of just have R1 and I think it's just that I can't remember what the button is to dodge, but I kind of have R1 held down. It seems to happen, so I'm not like I think I'm getting very lucky with a lot of the dodges. I'm not particularly good at performing them. There's actually a little trick in the Mercenaries game mode which I will show you when I show you that part. You can rack up a lot of time doing that. It's a bit naughty, but I think this guy's got some shotgun gunpowder. Let's take his dog down. I'm going to get close because I just want to take him out quickly. So anyway, you can take him out quickly. I hate that when they just keep getting, you have to wait for them to stand up before you can shoot them. It just seems ridiculous, but oh well. I think there's more dogs coming up in here actually. I was just checking that guy had anything else on him. Sometimes they do have more. Very rare though. Oh, I can hear him. And that thing flashing there is for the cable car later on in the game. It's a power cord, I believe it's called. It's one of the 3 items to get the cable car started. I always tend to leave this one behind because you have to come this way to get all the other items. I think that's all the dogs down. Just quickly reload just to make sure there's... Well, it's just so I don't have to reload. I'll reload the shotgun actually because I think I might need it in a minute. And this is the end of this part now, and I'd just like to thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll join me for part 5.